Well, I wasn't searching for anything until I took the drug MDMA when I was 18, and that was just honestly a revelation to me that it was possible to feel that much better in one's own skin than I was tending to feel. I just had, obviously that had been advertised as a possibility, but I hadn't experienced anything like that. And I took it this was before MDMA, otherwise known as ecstasy. It was a rave drug or a club drug. It was before anyone that I was aware of in my generation had taken it. So it kind of came out of the psychotherapeutic community. This is now in the mid 80s. And so I took it very much in the context of wanting to find out something about the nature of my mind. And so it was a kind of a quasi-spiritual or therapeutic use of this drug. And I came away thinking about the experience in the context of there being other methods to changing human consciousness, things like meditation and classically, quote, spiritual techniques. So it definitely initiated a kind of a course of introspection in me, which took, for the most part, an Eastern philosophical spiritual form, and I began to study with various Buddhist meditation teachers, and that's how that got expressed at that point. So once I began practicing meditation, that was something that I did very much for the purpose of discovering whether there were truths about human consciousness that were not only interesting to discover, but could be transformative psychologically and personally. And obviously, like everyone else in this world, I wanted to figure out how to suffer less and be happier. And what meditation gives you is an awareness, and a growing awareness of the mechanics of your own neurosis and the mechanics of your own psychological suffering. To abbreviate a vast amount of thinking on the topic, it really it comes down to the difference between being lost in thought and not. It's whatever your practice of meditation is, it's whatever you can pay attention to when you are aware that you are there to pay attention to anything, and you're just not lost in the automaticity of your own discursive thought. And the reason why thinking without knowing that you're thinking produces so much suffering for most of us is that most of our thoughts are pretty unhappy ones. They're self-critical, they're judgmental, they're giving us anxiety about the future and regret about the past. And so meditation is a technique for noticing thoughts as they arise in consciousness and noticing that the mind is the condition in which they arise, and it gives you an ability to just stand prior to your thoughts and emotions that are coming ceaselessly. And when you can do that, even for brief moments at a time, you cease to be captured by all the negativity that comes just careening through consciousness, and you feel much better as a result. And so it's not about suppressing thought. It's about actually just noticing thoughts, as just among the many appearances in consciousness in each moment.